Welcome everybody to another video of Ancient Greece Reloaded. Today we will talk about the famous Jocasta, Queen of Thebes, the wife of Laius and mother of Oedipus. By the way, if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so as to stay tuned for upcoming videos. Overall, Jocasta, in Greek Iokasti, was a queen in Greek mythology who became Queen of Thebes twice. Once when she married Laius, and twice when she married her own son Oedipus unknowingly, leading to one of the most famous Greek tragedies. Iokasti was born in the Greek city of Thebes, aka Cadmea, the city founded by Cadmus, and indeed the lineage of Iokasti could be traced back to Cadmus, specifically a descendant of the Sparti Aeschylus. Thus, Iokasti was part of the ruling class of Thebes. Moreover, Jocasta was the daughter of Nycteis, making her sister to Creon and also Eponome. Jocasta would marry the king of Thebes, Laius, a son of Labdacus, who had succeeded Amphion as king. Initially, Jocasta did not give birth to an heir for her husband, the reason being that Laius was told of a prophecy which said that the son of Laius would kill his own father. Alternatively, the oracle told Laius that Thebes would only be saved if the king did not have a son. For a while, Laius abstained from making love to his wife, but under the influence of wine, this policy of abstention waned, and Laius would sleep with Jocasta. Inevitably, Jocasta became pregnant and gave birth to a baby boy. Fearing the words of the prophecy, Laius decided to expose his newborn son. After piercing the ankles of the boy with spikes, he gave the boy to one of his herdsmen and ordered that the boy should be left upon Mount Kytheron. As it usually was the case in Greek mythology, the baby did not die, but was either given to or was found by a herdsman employed by King Polybus of Corinth, who took the boy back to his master. Polybus and his wife Periboea were childless. Periboea cared for the child as if it was her own, and because of his damaged feet, the king and queen called their new son Oedipus, meaning swollen foot. Oedipus would grow up as a prince of Corinth, but when rumors placed doubt in his mind about Polybus and Periboea being his parents, Oedipus sought the counsel of the oracle of Delphi to learn the truth. Meanwhile, Laius was now advised that his death was drawing near, and so the king of Thebes decided to go to the oracle of Delphi to get more details, for he still believed that his son had died upon Mount Kytheron. At the same time, Oedipus was in Delphi already, and was told that he was destined to kill his father and sleep with his mother. Believing that this prophecy was related to King Polybus and Queen Periboea, Oedipus decided that he would never return to Corinth. The paths of Laius and Oedipus would inevitably cross by traveling in opposite directions. The chariot of Laius came face to face with that of Oedipus, at a narrow pass that was called Cleft Way. The road was too narrow to pass side by side, and so the herald of Laius, Polyphontes, demanded that Oedipus yield. Oedipus had not grown up to be intimidated by such demands, but when Polyphontes killed one of Oedipus' horses, the anger inside Oedipus exploded. Oedipus would kill Polyphontes, and then he pulled Laius from his chariot and killed him too. Oedipus traveled onwards, not knowing who he had killed, while Laius died by not knowing who had killed him. But prophecies were coming to pass, for Laius had indeed died at the hands of his own son, and Jocasta became a widow. Oedipus would travel on to Thebes, while at the same time the news of Laius' death had been received. Nevertheless, the man of Laius' death was unknown, aka how he died or who had killed him. At this point, Creon, the brother of Jocasta, was acting as the regent of Thebes, but Thebes was in trouble, for the Sphinx was ravaging the land. Creon was now advised that he should give the throne of Thebes and Jocasta's wife to whomever rid Thebes of the troublesome Sphinx. Now, many heroes faced the Sphinx, but all were unable to solve the riddle uttered by the monstrous beast. But eventually Oedipus came to the Sphinx and solved the riddle. This was how Oedipus became king of Thebes, and also how he gained a wife, in the form of Jocasta, his own mother, just as the oracle had foretold. Obviously, at that point, nobody knew nor realized that Jocasta and Oedipus were actually mother and son. Jocasta would become mother again, for she bore to the new king of Thebes 4 children. two sons, Eteocles and Polynices, and two daughters, Antigone and Ismene. The killing of the Sphinx did not end the troubles of Thebes though, for famine and plague descended upon the city. The seer Tiresias proclaimed that the plague was due to the city's guilt over the death of the former king Laius, but this plague could be lifted if someone willingly died for the city. Nycteus, the father of Jocasta and Creon, heard the words of Tiresias and threw himself from the city walls, sacrificing himself to lift the plague from the city. Still the troubles of Thebes continued, and Oedipus vowed to uncover the reasons why his city was cursed. This hunt for the truth, though, would only lead to the downfall of the searcher, for Oedipus quickly learned that he was not the son of Polybus and Periboea, and that he had been adopted. What is more, Nycteus, the herdsman who was to dispose Oedipus as a baby, identified Oedipus as the boy he had been tasked by Laius to abandon upon Mount Kytheron. Thus, Oedipus now knew that he had killed his father and married his mother, just as it had been foretold. The news would see Oedipus gouge out his own eyes, and later, when he faced persecution from his own sons, Oedipus would be exiled from Thebes. But Oedipus would curse his two sons for their actions, a curse that would lead to the famous war known as the Seven against Thebes, and ultimately the death of the two sons of Oedipus and Jocasta. As for Jocasta, it is commonly said that when the queen of Thebes found out what she had unwittingly and unknowingly done, she committed suicide by hanging herself. Others tell of how Jocasta would live with the shame for a number of years, before Jocasta committed suicide after her sons, Eteocles and Polynices, killed each other. Truth be told, if you look at Jocasta's story, she is in essence a victim of all the circumstances that transpired around her. Her life was indeed a Greek tragedy. Let us finish with the following saying: God makes a fool of whoever he wants to destroy. Ancient Greek proverb. That being said, remember guys to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, it would help us a lot. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for upcoming videos.